It's been a long time since we didn't know what was coming next for the Pokemon franchise. But Gabe, here we are at a time where we don't know what's coming next. Pokemon Legends Arceus just dropped. It's amazing. Everybody loves it. This is definitely setting a new high bar for the franchise and possibly spinning off a whole new series. What's next? And will there be DLC for this mega hit? That is what we're talking about today. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. My good friend Gabe is here with us. Make sure to hit that like button if you guys are enjoying Pokemon Legends Arceus, and let me know your take if you think we're going to get DLC and what you think is next for Pokemon. But Gabe, let's start here. We got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We got Legends Arceus.
It's kind of cool, huh, that we've known for a long time what the future of Pokemon was with both of these games and other stuff like Pokemon Unite, but whatever. And now we're in totally uncharted waters because we have no idea what is on the horizon for this. We know that at least once a year, something Pokemon's happening. Makes way too much money for it not to. So
way too much.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not out of the realm of possibility that November, December gives us something Pokemon related. Again, I'm not talking about like a whole big game, and we'll talk about speculation on what is next in a little while, but I don't know. It just feels good to not know what's next.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, especially just because we've been quite cyclical with things in the Pokemon Presents. I mean, they were epic, especially when they unveiled Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now it's here, we can move forward, and everyone, I think, is thinking that, hey, this game probably deserves DLC. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield received 2 DLC packs as part of an expansion pass, and those were actually announced, Gabe, like 2.5 months after launch. So we could honestly find out about Legends Arceus DLC way sooner than probably anyone's anticipating.
I am gonna say it here, and I don't know, you can hold me to the fire somehow. Think of a fun way to do it if it doesn't happen.
Okay.
But I think the next Direct, whether that be February or March.
Oh, it's February.
Cool. I think we're finding out what the DLC is going to be for this game, because there is no way that the fervor that exists right now for it, and make no mistake, it's out there. You seen these GameStop stores out here, Zach? Come on.
Yeah, 100 people live.
Yeah, man. No, Nintendo needs to tell all the Poke fanatics, guys, we see you, and boy, we have more stuff to sell you, because they're always going to have more stuff to sell you.
Right, and they want to say give us $30 more, right? Yeah. That's how much the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass was, and honestly, I expect something similar, although I do think they have an opportunity to do it differently. Because Legends Arceus takes the form of Monster Hunter in many ways, there is an opportunity to just sort of drop in new quests, new Pokemon, new adventures without having to do a full-on expansion. Do you think there's appeal there? Like, because of this limited Pokedex, would you be pumped if all of a sudden Squirtle just showed up in Legends Arceus?
Well, you know, I'll always be pumped if Squirtle shows up. Get it pumped.
Will you be Hydro pumped?
There you go. Oh, you got it. You're so good at this, guy. All right. No, but regardless, this is a really good opportunity to not necessarily have to do 2 big pieces of DLC and just kind of sparse them out a little bit. I don't know if they end up having free DLC on top of what we're talking about, which is like a major expansion, and maybe with free DLC they can introduce some of the Pokemon that we're talking about. I don't know. Yeah, like we said, maybe a Squirtle fell through the rift, and it is your
a cool quest. Yeah,
it's your job to go figure out why these new Pokemon are appearing in this, you know, part of the map, like something like that. I feel the game's primed for that, just structurally.
Yeah, I think Animal Crossing, oddly, is kind of an interesting model where like they did regular free updates and then had their big expansion pack, and both of them were successful and both provided different gameplay opportunities. Now, if you look back at Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, you saw them focusing on the wild area, but bringing new areas. Now, the Hisuian region is quite large, but I think it would be very nifty if they did replicate that and bring whole new areas, or even like a whole new island where they could involve more Pokemon and maybe some different ideas, new items. To me, that just, it seems too easy for them. Like, all they gotta do is make one more additional area, and then bada boom, bada bang, everybody's happy, and they make bank.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it because it's spoiler stuff, but the end game is structured like I imagine they could easily just add some DLC. Like, I thought about that when I was like playing. I was like, hey, like the structure of this, DLC, why not? So I think we might honestly get both. I think that the reason that, well, one of the many reasons, I guess, that Animal Crossing was so successful was the support that those free updates. And I wonder if maybe Nintendo has taken notes and told Game Freak, hey, if you guys just throw some like little like free stuff every once in a while, even if just cosmetics, because there's a lot of ways to customize your characters in this.
Right.
Let's just throw some free stuff in there to keep the game in the conversation, right? Because every time that one of those updates happens, the game's gonna trend on Twitter because people are gonna talk about it.
Right.
Press are gonna, write some articles. So on the Google algorithms, it's gonna be there. Find people like you will make videos about it, and it does keep it kind of evergreen. And not that Pokemon isn't evergreen, because it always has been, but this is how you do it, I think.
I think the perfect model would just be follow Monster Hunter Rise. Like, I think they probably go Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra route, but I would rather them go AC Monster Hunter Rise, where you do have these free packs, and if they want to do a SUNBREAK equivalent, like a big DLC a year later or something, great. But I love that Monster Hunter is bringing in new monsters. I love that Monster Hunter brings in new armor and new items. I love that Monster Hunter brings in new quests and even new features. And like, how cool would it be if there was an update, they finally figured out a way to let us battle in multiplayer in Legends Arceus. If they found a way to bring in interesting cooperative opportunities, if they found ways to introduce, big alphas or more nobles, like that would be ideal. Like you said, it keeps the game totally current, it keeps the player base engaged and excited, and it would extend the longevity beyond the main campaign and even beyond the Pokedex filling out. So that is my dream for them, is that they do go the hybrid free DLC, paid DLC route. And even with Sword and Shield, Gabe, there was some free DLC, but it was like, oh, we're expanding the Pokedex. If you wanted the substantial content, you had to buy the expansion pass. Nintendo probably will still have something that you pay for, it's just too lucrative. I just really hope we see regular updates. I would so much rather get a little bit of Legends Arceus every couple months or every month than have to wait 6 months for a big pack.
I have to agree with you for sure. And since it probably is too soon for the next generation, not Star Trek, but whatever. It's
Pokemon
too soon
in space.
Hey, there you go. Good idea. Someone should tell Nintendo about it. Change up what they're doing. No, regardless, since they're not going to have anything like major for the holidays, this is how you still are given an opportunity to sell Pokemon in the holidays without selling Pokemon in the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely is an option that they could structure the expansion pass like to come out August and December, something of those sort, because Pokemon Sword and Shield saw like a June and then a fall release. So it's about 4 months. I think it was June and October. It's about 4 months between those DLCs. I still think, Gabe, the way that this is going and the way that Legends Arceus dropped in January, there is a chance we get another Pokemon game this year. And so let's shift the conversation that direction a little bit. To me, there are 3 significant options, and I find the first one to be the least exciting, which would be Detective Pikachu 2, a Detective Pikachu sequel. It got announced at some point, and then it kind of just evaporated. They didn't even make an apology like Metroid Prime 4.
Hey, did the movie do well? Is that getting a sequel?
I don't think it's getting a sequel.
Okay. It's no Sonic.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, it is no Sonic. There is no Idris Elba voicing, I don't know, Kangaskhan. Anyhow, that's one. The other would be a Pokken Tournament 2. I think that has, some pull. The port from the early years of Switch did well, and I think a new Pokken Tournament would be fun. I think Nintendo could do that, and it helps fill in the gap now that Smash Bros is kind of done. No more DLC. The third option might be the most tantalizing, which would be a return to the Let's Go franchise and moving Let's Go to Johto and continuing along kind of their remake series with that art style, with the little adorable Pokemon on your shoulder, and moving to the Gold and Silver era.
Yeah. I like all your options except Detective Pikachu. I don't care so much for that.
Yeah,
but
I would personally pick Pokken Tournament just because it's something so different.
Yeah,
I liked Pokken Tournament. I played through the whole, the campaign, if you will, playing through all the characters in the arcade mode, and unlocking all the extra Pokemon. They did do DLC for that, which was nice. The hard part is, Let's Go sells, way more than Pokken Tournament.
So much more, man. If they have an opportunity to sell you another 15 million units versus, I don't know, another like 3, 4, 5, whatever Pokemon sold, I have no idea. They're going to probably take the 15.
And I think it just kind of depends on Nintendo's calendar. We've seen, fluctuating predictions on, will they have Breath of the Wild be ready to go? Will they have the Metroid Prime Remaster ready to go? Is Mario Kart something that's magically going to appear? Pokemon's a great opportunity to fill in and, like you said, get a guaranteed, mega million seller, guaranteed hit. And Arceus seems like it's taking the world by storm early in the year. Maybe they do want to double dip. They've done that before on Switch, and man, I mean, last year was a high Pokemon year. Feels like they could replicate that once again. I would love to see them, go hardcore into Arceus, and I'll just be interested to see how this all evolves, because now we're at a point where we could have
how it evolves, Zach? Really, how it evolves?
4 possible Pokemon timelines here. We've got the Let's Go franchise, we've got the Legends Arceus Legends franchise, we've got the Brilliant Diamond Chibi remake franchise, and we have the true next gen 9 successor to Sword and Shield franchise. That is so much Pokemon to keep track of, and they're all kind of operating in their own universe. It is one heck of a time to be a Pokemon fan, and man, I think this is just the beginning for more and more games.
You just said it. I hadn't considered myself a Pokemon fan since, very long time ago, and playing through this and playing as much of this as I'm playing, almost having
now you're a fan.
Yeah, it feels like I'm right there with the fandom. I have opinions on Pokemon, and if you asked me 2 or 3 years ago, hey, what's your opinion on what's happening with Pokemon? I don't have any, because it's But this is fun. It feels good to be back, and one of the main reasons why I was able to be back the way I am is because of that limited Pokedex. Don't hate me, everyone, but
yeah. Well, hey, it's right for DLC, it's right for expansion, it's right for new content and regular content. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see regular, frequent, free updates to Pokemon Legends Arceus, or if you're more a fan of the big expansions. I want to hear it from all of you. We are going to keep our eyes peeled for that direct, because you're right, Gabe. I bet the next Pokemon something is unveiled there. They definitely don't want to go too long without you knowing that, hey, set aside your money. We have more for you to buy. In the meantime, though, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Give us your take in the comments down below. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, my wonderful friends and my wonderful friend Gabe, SwitchForce out.